Self-expression is freedom. Let me tell you what I mean by that. For someone to express themselves in any way that they feel comfortable allows them, in my opinion, to truly be free. Because if you're not expressing your true self, how you really feel, via methods that you are passionate about, like painting, coloring, photography, videography, music, film, whatever it may be, if you're not doing that and expressing yourself and you're just stuck in your own day-to-day things like kids and work, it feels like we're not letting a part of ourselves out that really wants to get out. Driving into the storm. Oh, a rainbow. No fucking way. Look at that. Every time I drive to JVal's house, I see that one spot with a perfect view of downtown LA. And I've always wanted to pull over and get that shot, but I always thought, well, what's the point? What am I gonna use it for? Like, yeah, it's not really that important. But you know what? Not everything you do in life has to have some extreme purpose. If the purpose is make you happy because you want to do it, or make you feel accomplished because you did it, that's worth it. So we're gonna see later today if we can come back around this freeway, pull over that shoulder, and if I can get a really good shot of downtown LA, just because I want to. All right, we pulled up at JVal's house, baby, let's go! One thing that's guaranteed to make me feel down, depleted, and burnt out, and I bet this for most people, even if they don't realize it, is feeling like I'm not being myself or not expressing myself in some way. That includes not expressing my emotions. Now, as a man, we're told to not show our emotions to certain people or to our women because it's a sign of weakness. Now, to a certain extent, I actually agree with that principle in most cases, but that's a whole other conversation, whole other video. But for a lot of people, man or woman, it's just hard to express our emotions, period. It's difficult sometimes to articulate our emotions, and that's where hobbies come in. And I think this is such an important conversation to have, especially today, because we all spend our free time doing what? Scrolling, endlessly consuming content. And that's fine to do some of the time, we all do it, it's a source of entertainment, but damn, it's like we're all textbook definition addicted to our devices. People are chronically online nowadays. Boring. Don't know jack about shit. Can't hold a conversation, scared to talk to people, and on top of that, they're anxious and depressed. Anxious and depressed because they're not thinking their own thoughts. Their mind is full of whatever they're hearing from the media, from TikTok, from Instagram, from whatever on their devices, man. Now, hobbies, that's where hobbies come into play. They slow us down. It gives us a meditative place, a much needed meditative place. Hobbies enrich our life. They make us happier. They make us a more interesting, well-rounded person. Gardening for fun, collecting, aquariums, modeling, sewing, cooking. You'd be surprised. You can express parts of yourself via all of those methods, any hobby that you enjoy. Now, a hobby is just a regular activity done for enjoyment and nothing else. And that's very important. Done for your enjoyment, nothing else. These days, in my age group, in modern society, especially if you live in a big city, it's like we have to monetize our hobbies. Make a YouTube channel or TikTok page about what our interests are, do it for money and views and recognition, and then when we don't get that, we start to resent what we once loved because we didn't get that result, which wasn't even supposed to be the case in the first place. Or if you're like me, I just feel like a straight up lazy piece of shit and guilty if I'm not doing something goal-oriented or towards my grandmaster plan or something that's gonna help me build my future. And that really sucks because it makes it hard for me to relax. It makes it hard for me to just do things for leisurely fun. When we live in a world where doing things for leisurely fun, doing things just because I like it, is actually really, really important nowadays to living a happy life. So I've been challenging myself to start doing more things for my own enjoyment and no other reason. And I challenge you to start doing the same. Now that brings us to JVal's house. He's my friend and photographer. You've seen him on the channel. We've gone ghost hunting before. We went out and shot pictures together. But the thing is, he works full time. Even when he works 2 jobs, he still finds time to go out and shoot film. Photography is his hobby, his passion. He will continue to do it even if no one's watching. He even scans and processes his own film negatives in his bedroom just because he wants to. And I just think that's really fucking cool because we have similarities there where we both have our day job, yet we still, no matter what, find time to do what we love, because me doing this is me expressing myself. JVal doing that, I'm assuming, is you expressing yourself. So you just finished up a 12-hour shift, you get home, you want to scan some of your own photos. Like, why? Is there a vibe you create when you do it? What's the process like? Like, is it just sort of like shutting out the world and just having your own little meditative moment, doing this thing?
Exactly.
What does it look like?
Yeah, exactly what you said. It's like my own meditation state. I do this just because it gives me a peace of mind. I get in my own world when I do this. The process is very slow, but that's a good thing. That's the whole point of this art of film, to slow everything down. That's my way of unwinding, of slowing my whole day down. Because I'm in a constant move, bam, bam, bam. Now I'm at home, no one's around. It's my time, in my own environment, in my own state of mind, in my own peace. Doing it the way I want to.
All right, so it's been raining cats and dogs here in LA over the last fucking month. It feels like it's been a year with no sun in LA, honestly. To my left on the west side, we have the sun setting where there are no clouds. It's giving us this awesome sunshine. But right over LA, we have these dark, mysterious clouds. And I'm on my way back to JVal's right now so that we can go and get that shot that I was talking about at the beginning of the video. It's funny because like behind me, I know it looks like it's a beautiful LA sunny day, but just watch this, look. Sun over there with a bit of clouds, but over there, downtown LA where we're going, it is dark, ominous, and looks really fucking cool. And I'm hoping this is actually gonna give us a great aesthetic for the shot. And us getting this shot is really just me taking my own advice and just going and doing something for myself, regardless of the outcome. I really have no intentions for this shot. I really don't even know if it's gonna look cool. It's just something that I just wanna go do because I like taking shots of stuff. Like I said, every time I drive by this, like I said, every time I take that highway to JVal's house, I always say to myself, man, it'd be really cool to get a shot right there, right in between the trees, looking at downtown LA, and I'm gonna do it, man. And whenever I do things like this, the voice in the back of my head is always like, well, that time, energy, and resources could have been spent doing X, doing something that would have gotten you further to your goal, or something more productive, or something that would have had, you know, some sort of value in exchange, in return for it. And it's really, really hard for me to do things for myself if they're not quote unquote productive. And I have to force myself to do these sorts of things. And it's part of the reason why I started this channel, is just to make videos and talk about things that I want to talk about, make videos that I want to make, regardless if anyone likes them. And I'm working on it for my own well-being, for my own sense of peace. Fuck, it's hot in this car, dude. I got the AC off so it doesn't mess with the audio. And you know, I do want to touch on a subject, even though I was iffy about talking about it. Because once you start posting and sharing, if you are posting and sharing, not every hobby has to be shared on the internet, okay? I'm just making that very, very clear. So not every hobby has to be posted online. But in my case, I do share my things online. And what's interesting is once you start sharing things online without caring about how many likes it gets, how many views it gets, without caring if anyone's gonna even like it, you're just being your true, authentic self, expressing your opinions, doing what you wanna do, and it's real and it's raw and it's organic and it's authentic, people will actually start to be attracted to that. And then you start to actually grow an audience, which is weird because you have to sort of let go of that expectation of building an audience or getting views in order to get the views. But the caveat is if you are good at it, if you are making good content about it that people want to see, whatever that it is, it being your hobby. So this little conversation is only really tailored to people like me who are sharing their passions and their opinions and their hobbies online with the world, either YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, etc. If you're truly just doing it for you and because you love talking about X, whatever it may be, good stuff will happen if you keep at it. And if you are good. Remember, not everyone is good at their hobbies, and that's okay. And if you're truly doing it for yourself, you should be okay with that. Because with Vlogish, with this channel, if it doesn't grow at all anymore, you will still see weekly and bi-weekly uploads from yours truly, because I'm doing it for me and no one else, baby. So there's a lot of like nuance bits of information and caveats to that. It's like, okay, share it for yourself. Inevitably an audience will grow if you're good at it, but don't worry about being good at it. Just do it for you. It's like a whole like weird shit. Anyway, I wanted to make that clear because it's not like I'm saying go be yourself to grow an audience. No, go be yourself to be yourself. And just like my opening line of the video, self-expression is freedom. Expressing yourself, doing something for yourself, it's a form of therapy, man. Because throughout our day, with parents, kids, friends, co-workers, school, whatever it may be, we always, at least for myself, always have some sort of mask on. I'm never truly 100% showing everyone all sides of my personality. But here, I'm literally just being myself. And that is mental freedom. When you're out there gardening, that is for yourself. If that's your hobby, that's for yourself. You're not holding anything back. Bam, that's for you, baby. So we're about to pull up to JVal's and see if we can get this shot.
I remember the days, all those years ago that never fade away. And I remember your face when you hit the ground. I can recall the time and place on a midnight walk through the old streets, trying to turn back the clock to the days of old.
All right, the E-lights are going on, baby. Pulling off into the shoulder. This is the spot, this is the zone. This is the shot I want. Pulling up right here, as if I own the fucking place, baby. No big deal, we're just part of the city officials. We're here to do a routine inspection. All right, gotta trudge on through the mud here. Let's see if we can get this shot. Oh, this is exactly what I was envisioning, right in between two trees. That's the shot I've been wanting to get, baby. We made it. No real point, no real motive, other than I've always wanted to pull over on the middle of this freeway shoulder and get that shot, and here we are, baby. It's a nice shot, though. You gotta admit that. A little anticlimactic, but we got what we came to do, baby. So, yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's
literally it.
That's it.
As the world moves